Hey everybody, this is Alessandro, welcome back. So today I want to make a video about what is the best way to study animation, okay guys? So many of you wrote me because maybe they're a bit of confused in the sense that there is a lot of option out there, okay? You know, there is college, online animation school, private mentoring, and maybe others. And you know, for someone who wants to, study this properly, they might be afraid that they might take the wrong choice, especially because some of them are quite expensive. Okay, so I know I talked about this before, but I decided to make a specific video just to tackle only this specific problem. And so before I start, actually, there is something I want to mention to you guys. There is some people that they think, or maybe there is the misconception that you can learn, I think, animation through YouTube and watching tutorial online and something like that. And even though I have my own YouTube channel, I do not think that's the way to learn animation professionally, okay? Because yes, you can learn something, you can look someone else doing a tutorial and you can copy about it, but it's something completely different when you're learning and you have a mentor, teaching you based on your own exercise and teaching you one by one, proper animation. And don't get me wrong, maybe learning online just with YouTube free stuff like this, you can reach a certain point, okay? Maybe your level can be okay, you can even get a job to, I don't know, a company who doesn't really have high standards in terms of quality animation. But trust me guys, you don't really want to take that path because first of all, your level gonna stuck on this mediocre level, first of all, and second, you're not gonna make a decent profit, okay? You're not gonna have a decent living in the future if you're not making good money. And let's be honest, if the company doesn't care about the quality of the animation, they're not gonna pay you well, right? So let's put this aside and let's actually go to the proper educational system and what are the options for to study animation. So the first one is definitely college, okay? Then we have the online school as an animation mentor, the Animate Squad, and then private mentoring, okay? So let me start with the college, which is my least favorite. Let me start saying that I've never been to a college before to study animation, so I cannot talk for personal experience, but even though when I was in animation mentor or when I started to work, I met a lot of people that actually went to college to study 3D, okay? And all of them, they were all disappointed, okay? In the sense that they spend a lot of money, okay? Maybe 60, 70,000, in some cases hundred thousands of dollars to went to a very prestigious school, college, to learn a bit of everything about the CG and animation. And the problem is, most of them, when they finish, they didn't have much, to show off, to take a job actually, besides the fact that they have a huge debt now. And actually, hold on a second. I do not think, this is, for me, is really important. I do not think that in order for you to learn animation, you should spend like 50, 60, 70, 80,000 USD or Canadian dollar. For me, this is a huge amount of money, and I don't see why you should spend it. Definitely, you can go for cheaper version, okay? I mean, I'm all for it, for value, high pay for value, that's all good. But when you start to pay 80,000, 70,000, $100,000 for me, it's just a scam, guy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you need to spend this amount of money. It's really outrageous. So yes, this is what I would say for me is the least recommended. I mean, maybe there is some really good college, maybe in your nation or something, but most of them, as far as I heard, people are not really proud about it, because especially all the people that I met, even after college, they still have to go through animation mentor, the anime school, or some form of private mentoring, okay? And they always told me the same. Like, they always felt like, oh, I wish I knew it before so I wouldn't have wasted 60, 70,000 USD dollar to go to a college. Now I have nothing, okay? I keep hearing those things over and over. I made the same mistake. It was not a college, it was a private school for traditional animation, which was basically dying back then. And I didn't spend that amount of money. I spent very little, maybe 10,000 or something like that. But I wasted definitely 3 years of my life that I could have invested in a better way. Okay, so that would say would be the first one. Okay, the second, you have the online school like Animation Mentor, the Animate, and private mentoring. I want to tackle these two kind of together because both of them, they have cons and pro. Okay, so let's start first of all saying that both of them, they give you a certificate. Okay, like the online school, they give you a certificate. Private tutor, they don't do that, obviously. but those certificates, they do not help in any way to get a job, okay? I mean, even if for a visa reason, you know, that's piece of paper has no value, okay? At the end, as an artist, the only thing has a real value is your portfolio, okay? So don't think about, okay, I'm gonna go to this school or do this because of the piece of paper. You know, maybe if a proper master degree can help you for the visa, but many other case it doesn't, okay? Even for me, I work all around the world without like in a master degree or anything. They never ask me about my education. They don't care. They only want to see the demo reel, okay? Saying that, let's start to go about the pro and cons, okay? So definitely the online animation school, they have, first of all, they usually will provide you a rig, they will provide you a tool, they have fantastic mentors from all around the world, and they will have a community, okay? That's definitely a great benefit, I would say, you know, spending time with people that are so passionate about you and everything. The cost is getting cheaper and cheaper, so this is also good. But for me, there is also like a downside, which is because, you know, now it's getting cheaper and cheaper, the mentor actually doesn't spend a lot of time with you personally, one-on-one, you know, giving you lecture on your own assignment, okay? Maybe they will give you like a generic lecture that is pre-recorded, which is fine, basically the same things I do with my tutorial, right? And which is good, you can get the knowledge. But then when you do the assignment and you need a mentor to critique your assignment and everything, average they will spend between 5 to 10 minutes, okay, a week. At least, you know, that was when I was in the school, and another other that do the same. And if this works really well for some people, because they're really fast learner, okay, and 5 or 10 minutes is enough for the mentor to point, you know, this pose is not good enough, improve the pose, improve the line of action, adjust the arc here, and the person is self-sufficient, you know, really fast, great for you, you know, you're gonna do great. And in fact, from those schools, there is a lot of students that come out that are really great, successful. They went to Blue Sky, Disney, DreamWorks, you name it, they went to the best studio in the world, right? But saying that, this kind of approach, at least I feel like it doesn't work for everybody, okay? I can tell you personally, some of the students that came to me because they didn't do well in those schools, and the reason why is simply because they are slow learner, okay? So they do not pick up that quick enough, okay? They do not know how to use the rig properly because they need someone to guide them a little bit more. And I think like private mentoring is what really can help you if you recognize yourself in this kind of person, okay? The way I do personally, I do at least, you know, an hour, and I share my, you know, my full hour with them. We work together in Maya, not on a play blast or something. So if they struggle with something, I take the rig, I show them how to do a pose, how to move the spine so they don't break the rig, you know. If you have to do the foot roll on all these technical things, you can show it to them in live, you know, instead of drawing over and do certain things that is a lot easier. And I realized that students that tend to be slow learner, they learn 5-6 times more, you know. I still have people came to me, even though with a simple tutorial, they tell me, Alessandro, I learn more from your YouTube channel that is completely free than from a school that I pay $20, $30, $50,000. And I'm really happy about that. A little bit less happy for the school. But still, you know, like it's a different approach, and obviously if you have like a full hour for private mentoring, it's going to be maybe a bit more expensive. But there is also the other side, that when you go to a school, an online school or something, usually you will have to pay the 3 months in advance for the full classes and everything. Some school will require you to pay for the 4 course, which could be 18 months, okay? And if you change your mind, you still have to pay, right? When you do private mentoring, you know, this doesn't happen. You can do one lesson. If you don't like the guy, the person, or the girl, in some cases, you can just say, okay, thank you very much, I will look for someone else. There is no commitment, right? And so I think this is also a motivation even for me, you know, with my student, to always every lesson give the best of the best, you know, make sure they always understand my lesson clearly, you know, everything it's very crystal clear, to help them to do the best they can. And obviously, as I mentioned, the school will provide you a tool and a rig and everything, something that with private mentor you cannot really do. And obviously you have to find things online, you know, stuff like that. So again, there is a bit of balance of both. I would say both of them are really great, depend of the kind of student you are, you know. Sometimes my suggestion is always like this one: if you don't know yet what kind of person you are, try first animation a little bit about yourself. Just there is plenty of stuff online, so it's a good start, okay? And once you figure it out, you can actually try both if you want. You can have first a few lessons with a private tutor, give it a try, see if it's worth it or not. Or maybe you can try one class with the animation mentor, only 3 months, and see how you feel about it, okay? I would say those are the really best option. But definitely, guys, don't spend $70,000 to learn animation, because it's a crime. And it's not just about animation. I don't think unless you're learning to become like a surgeon or something, I don't think you should spend 90,000 USD for something like that. It's I don't know, it just makes no sense to me. Okay, guys, I hope this clarified a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed this walk with me next to the river here. And if you have any question or something and you want to know, just drop me a message, okay? Ciao, guys.